everyone, welcome back to Baking with Ghosts. I'm Kat and I'm here to teach my ghost friends how to bake and decorate delicious desserts. So today my friend Fancy Franny is going to be joining us to make a beautiful cupcake bouquet. So let's go ahead and bring Franny out. Hi Franny, I'm so glad you could join us today to make the cupcakes. All right, skeptic, let me tell you how I met Fancy Franny. So when I was a kid, my family and I would get together at my grandmother's house. And her house has some spooky stories that I'll tell you guys about later. Well, anyway, my older sister and my older cousins wanted to play Bloody Mary. That's the game where you stand in front of a mirror and you repeat Bloody Mary 3 times and then she appears. This naturally scared me so much as a kid, so of course my sister and cousins decided to drag me into the bathroom to play Bloody Mary. I immediately start crying and just freaking out because I'm so scared. Well, luckily, Fancy Franny, she came in, she told me to knock it off. And then she just kind of fixed her makeup in the mirror and then guided me out of the bathroom. And so ever since then, she's always been there for me whenever my fear and anxiety is getting too high. She's there to help me.
Kat, that's a really sweet story about overcoming fear and anxiety, but I don't think a so-called ghost did that.
Franny did.
Well, if Franny's a real ghost, how come your sister or cousins never talk about this ghost showing up?
Because Franny was there to help me, not them.
But you said Franny said to knock it off to them.
Yeah.
Then they should have at least seen or heard Franny, and none of them have ever talked about this happening.
Yeah. All right, let's start baking. Great job, Franny. Now we're gonna bake these in the oven at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes. Okay, Franny, the cupcakes are done baking and they've cooled, so now we're going to make the frosting. And today what we're going to be doing is using Russian piping tips on the cupcakes to make it look like a flower bouquet. So I'll be walking you through the steps on how to do this. Let's go. Okay, Franny, so I've gone ahead and I've done a mixture of different colors inside of our bags that we can use. And then we're going to be putting these inside this big blue one, so that way it makes it easy to switch out the colors we want to use with the big tips. So, and I've already gone ahead and just done a basic white frosting on the bottom just to have a base for these flowers. Okay, so Franny, I'm gonna show you how to do this, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I've only practiced a few times using Russian piping tips, so we'll see how it turns out. They might not turn out well at all, and in that case, you'll see us cut to another day of fixing it. So let's give it a shot. So this one I did purple on the outside, yellow on the inside. So hopefully what we'll see is these will be purple, the petals will be purple, and the stamen, I think it's stamen, will be yellow. So I'm gonna kind of push this down. And then we're gonna go ahead and slip this into our bag, push it all the way down. Okay, all right, so let's take one of our cupcakes and get it to go down. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start in the middle. You're gonna be completely up and down, 90-degree angle to the cupcakes. And you're gonna squeeze, stop, and pull up. And it's not working. Okay. Let's try it again. Squeeze, stop, and pull up. Oh, jeez. Okay. We're gonna... Okay, that's what it's supposed to look like. Let's see if we can do another. Nope, see? It got stuck. Okay, this is not working. So we're gonna have to pivot. And I will save Russian piping tips for another day. let's cut. All right, Franny, this is day 2 because yesterday it was not working for me. The cupcakes, I wasn't happy about them. The frosting wasn't working. I couldn't make the flowers how I wanted. So Franny, we're trying this again today. I've already made the cupcakes again. Used the same cake recipe as last time. And then I made a new frosting recipe, and I'll put that recipe in the description below. And yeah, we'll hope for the best today. All right, Franny, let's get going. All right, Franny, I've already gone ahead and filled our piping bags. And what I did is that there's one color on the outside and then there's one color on the inside. So you see there's yellow and then pink on the inside. Same for all these. This one's all set. And these are Russian piping tips. And what it is it makes a flower very easy in just one little bloop. So that's what we're gonna be doing on these cupcakes today. So I will take the first cupcake and show you how we do this. Okay, so we have this tip here. And so what we're gonna do is we're going to start in the middle first, and every single time with these, you're going to be straight up and down to the cupcake. And you're just going to gently push, stop pushing, and pull away. All right, so let's try this and hopefully it turns out better than last time. So we're going to just gently push, stop, and pull away. So as you can see, you've got the pink petals and the yellow middle. Okay, and then we're just, from there, we're gonna go around the edge to fill in all the spots for the flower. Oops. All right, and so we wanna make sure that we're really pressing down, stop, and lift up. There. Oh no, oh no. All right, and we abandoned that one. Did not want to stick. Okay. And I'll try to get 2 to fit here. All right, so we have 1 cupcake down, and it looks like a little bouquet of flowers on the cupcake. So now I'm gonna have you give it a shot. And if it doesn't stick, just do what I did. Go ahead and just wipe it on the napkin and try again. All right, let's switch. All right, Franny, you got this. There you go. And then stop squeezing and pull away. Wow, you did better than me. Look at how good that is. Good job. Great job, I like it. All right, keep going. It's a little one, but it works. Go ahead and swipe that on the napkin. There we go. Go ahead wherever you want to go next. It's still a flower. I like it. Wherever you want to go, just fill in the white area. Yep. See, happened to me too. Okay, let's try a different spot. That's okay. We can add leaves to cover up any mistakes. Here, let's try to do one on that side. There we go. It's okay. All right, we'll just add a lot of leaves to this one. All right, switch back with me and I'll do one more with this piping tip. All right, here we go. Let's see if I have better luck. It's okay. These are kind of plush, fluffy flowers. There we go. All right, so now what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna wipe that off first. We're gonna switch tips. So, I'm gonna take this off. And the reason why I have this big blue bag is so that it's easier for me to switch the frosting in between. Come on. All right. So, we take this one out. We are done with this one. And now we're gonna switch to the yellow on the outside, pink on the inside. And now let's do this tip. We're gonna try it. Now, Franny, I have to admit, this is my first time using these. I might have said that before, I don't remember. But this is my first time using these tips. I have always loved them so much, always wanted to do it. And so now I figured, what better time than to do it with Franny? Okay. I'm gonna squeeze them out first to get it going. All right. So again, I'll do this one and then I'll hand it over to you, Franny. So this one kind of makes it a little bit different of a flower. I wish my frosting was a little bit stiffer, I think, so that you could really see the detail of the flower. But you know what? This is what's gonna have to do. All right, Franny. Let's give it a shot. Let's do the same thing you did last time. So start up straight up and down in the middle. Perfect. I love it. Look at the detail on that. That's awesome. I swear, you are better than me, Franny. Where do you want to go? Okay, you're kind of going at an angle, which is why that one didn't work very well. So, here, let's do this big spot right here. And you want to be like make this flat with that surface. No. No. Yes. No. Yes. And get closer to the cupcake. Hey, it worked! Great job! Alright, so you want to get closer to the cupcake. Whoa, my camera. Sorry. Get closer to the cupcake. Yep. Really squeeze it on there. There you go. Good job. I like it. See, you're doing better than me. There you go. You were kind of far away from the cupcake again. So go ahead and wipe that off. All right, so get really close to the cupcake. Really press it on there. There you go, that works. All right, let's try to do 2 more. Great, perfect. All right, 1 more. I love that one. Look at how good you did. All right, let me do the other one. Or actually, do you want to do it, Franny? No, you don't want to? You want me to? Okay. All right, let me see if I can do as good as you, because these are awesome. Compared to mine, yeah. All right, Franny, you just whispered in my ear your technique for how you're getting them to look so good. So you're saying that I need to squeeze, keep on squeezing as I pull up, and then stop. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. All right, we're gonna squeeze and pull up. Nah, it works better for you. Let's try again. Okay, we're gonna squeeze and pull up. Hey, look at that! Franny, thank you so much for telling me what I was doing wrong. All right, we're gonna squeeze and pull up. Love it. Squeeze and pull up. Oh my gosh. Franny, you are so amazing. Look at this. And oh my gosh, so much better. Franny, this is why I love you so much. All right, let's move these to the side. And now we're gonna switch. Oh, whoops, put it on the cupcakes. Now we're gonna switch again. Okay, now let's go ahead and try purple with blue in the middle. And we're gonna use, let's try this tip. It's a little swirly, it's kind of fun. All right, let's get it going. Doesn't look like the blue's coming out yet, but we'll hope it gets there. Let me try to get the blue. It'll show eventually. All right, so now that I know the trick, Franny, I'm gonna copy what you told me to do. Squeeze, pull up. Oh, look, the blue's starting to come through. Nice. I really like this tip. This is a cool one. Squeeze and pull up. Awesome. I don't even think I need to tell you, Franny, how to do it. You're the one that figured it out for me. I love it. All right, Franny. Let's have you give it a shot, and you're already a genius at it. Love it. Look at that. That's okay. Just add one next to it. That's a long petal one. That's okay. It works. You weren't quite close enough to the cupcake. That's why I did that. Oh, you want me to finish? Okay. All right. There we go. And let me do one more cupcake like this. I think I'm getting the hang of this, Franny. Love it so much. All right. Now we just have one more to do. But so far, this one is my favorite tip. Now we're going to do blue on the outside, purple on the inside. And we're going to use this tip. Let's see how that one turns out. Okay, let's get it going. All right, here we go. That wasn't very good. Let's see if these other ones are better. So far, not happy with this tip. There we go. That's better. I wish the purple would come through. Oh, purple's starting to come through. All right, I kind of like this tip now. All right. Now, Franny, it's your turn. So just do the same thing you've been doing. Love it. Look at that. Nice. Let's see if we can get it to stay up. There we go. Good job. Whoops, that's okay. Just put another one right next to it. Yeah. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. It's kind of how life is. All right, one more. I love it. All right, so let's switch back and I'll do the last cupcake. I think I might go back and replace some of these. All right, here we go. Yeah, that one's not so pretty. That's okay. Better. All right. All right, I'm gonna take a little break. I'm gonna replace some of these now that I've got the hang of it, thanks to you, Franny. And we'll come back to do the leaves. So let's break. All right, Franny, you did an amazing job using the Russian piping tips. Like, you even taught me how to use them. So great job, Franny. I'm so proud of how they turned out. I went ahead and added the leaves. You can go back to an earlier episode I did where I showed Sweet Susie how to do the leaves. So I've already done that. So now, Franny, you can just hang out back here while I assemble it. Okay, so what I have is just a clay pot. You can get at your local crafts. I have a clay pot that you can get at your local craft store. I also have floral styrofoam in here and then just green tissue paper. And so now what I'm going to do, again, I've never done this before. We'll see how it turns out. I'm going to use these sticks to poke into the cupcakes, poke it into this, make it look like it's a bouquet. We'll see how it turns out. Hopefully good. But first, I have some crushed up Oreos that I'm going to sprinkle on top here to make it look like dirt. And anything extra, I'll just sprinkle on the bottom, on the plate. All right. Okay. Here we go. Do I have to cut these? Why is it all sliding off? Okay, and we're back. I'm running into another stick. And it's all falling off. All right, so my flowers are kind of falling off. But you get the idea. You know what, Franny? Sometimes it just doesn't work out. But I really want to try this again. As you can see, it's falling off. Oh well. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Hopefully next time I do a better job. Please like and subscribe. Bye.